All right, hello Libra. We are going to do a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, Libra stelliums, or just a lot of Libra, strong Libra in your energy. This is going to be a 2023 outlook for Libra. I want to start off by saying that you are in control of your own destiny. The cards do not determine your life, and you have the power to create your own reality using your intention. So, if something is unfolding in a way that is not ideal to you, you have the ultimate power to correct it and change it. So, having said that, let's go ahead and get started for Libra. Libra energy 2023. What is their strength? What can they use? And what will they be dealing with during 2023? What energy can they fall back on? What energy can they utilize during 2023? So we have the Five of Earth, which is kind of like the Five of Pentacles. In this particular deck, it's coming in as Taurus energy. Venus energy is, which is Venus rules Taurus, and it says Five of Manipulation. So we'll talk about this card a little bit more as we move forward through the reading. What energy stone or crystal can Libra use during 2023? What energy can Libra use during 2023? Well, we have two cards that wanted to come out. So we have Rose Quartz, which is brings in love, the heart chakra, and then we also have Seraphinite, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it brings in honesty. And this is also the heart chakra as well as the third chakra. So I'm actually going to read a little bit about those two before I get into the reading, simply because I'm not that familiar with the stones, but I do believe in their power. And so I feel like it's really helpful to use throughout to have like a stone or something that you can use to fall back on when times get kind of rough. So, what tell us Libra feminine energy throughout 2023? Libra feminine energy 2023, Libra feminine. Okay, so healing. Yeah, it feels like a lot of healing, healing the heart, healing a situation, possibly you may have been breaking up. You may have broken up recently, or you're dealing with a breakup, or may possibly be breaking up, but we'll see what the cards are talking about. Or you're just healing, healing your heart, healing childhood wounds. Masculine energy for Libra 2023. Masculine energy for Libra 2023. Maybe spending a lot of time at like spas, or starting to go to the spa. Maybe some of you work at a spa and you heal others, but I can see like getting a lot of spending a lot of time at the spa, or even talking to a like a counselor. Masculine Libra masculine energy 2023, please. And we have trust issues, and it says afraid of being hurt, doesn't trust themselves, find ways not to trust people, and this is due to feelings of insecurity. So, although you may resonate more with as a feminine or as a masculine, this can really these both cards can apply to both of you. I mean, to both of you too. Both of these cards can apply to you. We all have elements of feminine and masculine within our energies. So, you could be healing, trying to heal trust issues, or just healing wounds that you've had from childhood, or dealing in relationships. You may have trust issues because of past situations, and it looks like to me a year of healing, that energy of healing and coming out of feeling possibly lonely, left out in the cold, because we're needing to heal. You're not, it's like you're not, I feel like you're not opening up to people, which is leading to this Five of Earth type of energy, because you have trust issues. And so you're either not opening up, or when relationships come in, you know, when we don't trust people, we can get out of control emotionally. Like maybe get we just get jealous or create arguments when really there's nothing to it's really not that serious. So it can manifest in a lot of different ways. So there's definitely, I feel like this is definitely a year for Libra of healing. What is going on with a Libra in 20? Make sure this is the right way. What's going on with Libra 2023? Five of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Strength card, and then we have the Ace of Wands. So it does look like there's some new beginnings that come in possibly towards the ending of the year, like quarter four, September, October, November, or October, November, December, maybe even September. All right, so we have Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel like you're kind of, a lot of you are either single now or you will be. But then it looks like possibly something new starts in, newer energy. But let's see what we get here. Eight of Swords and Seven of Wands. We have the Emperor, the Chariot, Libra energy 2023. What's going on with Libra? Queen of Wands and the Lovers. All right, Libra. So what I'm seeing here is that I feel like you've possibly, when it comes to relationships, I think this is a year of focusing on, this is having to do with relationships. It's not focusing on relationships, so to speak, like going out there and trying to find someone or find that perfect someone. It's a year to focus on why haven't relationships really been working out for you? I feel like that might be your question, why you're having troubles when it comes to dealing with people. And it may not even be romantic relationships. This could be friends, this could be family members as well. There's something here that I feel like you're ignoring because we have, especially in the relationship sector here, like the relationship area of this spread, we have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Both of these individuals have their their eyes blindfolded. And I feel like there's something that you either, it's like something you don't understand when it comes to relationships. Again, like why don't relationships work out? But even more so, I feel like there's something that maybe you are ignoring, or something that you don't want to see. And that may have something to do with control issues. And I'm getting some type of control because with the Five of Manipulation, this talks about, as you can see, like in the picture, it's like there's this hand that's manipulating and controlling basically what's going down here on earth or what this person is doing. And I don't know if you felt like you've been manipulated or controlled, or you're the one that's doing the manipulation and the controlling, and you may not realize that you're doing that, and that may not even be your intention to come off controlling or try to make everything work out the way that you want it to. But if something like that is happening, and you're kind of like manipulating situations, manipulating people, getting angry when things don't work out the way, or things don't turn out the way you want it to, people don't show up how you want them to show up, then I feel like that's causing a lot of conflict here, because we have this Five of Wands. So I feel like there's a lot of internal conflict, and there's a lot of conflict that you're dealing with when it comes to relationships with people romantically. But I also feel like you could be having these kinds of relate issues just with relationships in general, and your interactions with, friends and family, trying to, I don't feel like you walk in the room and, boss everyone around or tell people. I don't really see it like that. It's just letting go of things not being the way you see them in your head. If certain people don't do certain things that you want them to do, maybe you want your kids to be, you know, for example, let's say you want your kid to be a doctor, but they want to be, an artist, or you want, it's things like that. You want everyone to show up at 7 p.m., but people, you know what? Some people just are habitually late. Habitually late. It's things like this where it's like, and it just bothers you, and it bothers you because you're on time and you're on point, or at least you feel that way, right? And you just want everyone else to kind of just getting a little bit too angry, too frustrated, too flustered when people just don't show up the way that you picture in your mind, or the way that you want them to. That's one thing that I'm seeing here, where there's something here about controlling. And Mercury and Taurus, which is what the Five of Manipulation card is about, this talks about a person being oblivious to being controlled by other people. So there could also be something here about caring too much about people's opinions and what they think and what they say, which can also lead to controlling outcomes. Because if I care too much about what everyone says, when me and for example, me and I have a appointment at 5 o'clock, and it's me and my friends, or me and my siblings, and some of them show up late, they bring extra people, it's all this going on, then I'm caring what other people have to say about how my table is looking. It's like this need for control about how you look in public, or something like that, or just, you know that is also a form of being manipulated by the public, because you're caring too much what people say. I'm just feeling like letting go of control issues. Stop caring. You can only control yourself. You can show up perfectly, and someone will have something negative to say about it. And you will never get everyone to be on time, or to do the things that you want them to do, just like they can't make you be who they want you to be, because you're yourself and they're themselves, right? So we have to live and let live. The Five of Manipulation talks about not seeing the hope. It's basically like the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out, feeling lonely. And I think this is all because of a need to please, and a need for people to come in or show up in a certain way that you want to in relationships, possibly trying to control the outcome, or just make things. I can't really describe, like, sometimes we can get into this thing called the overlay, where we're in a relationship with someone, or we're just meeting someone, let's say, and we are crazy about them, and we start picturing, moving in together. We start thinking we're in this deeper relationship than we really are, because we really just met the person. And how does a person show up? They show up as if they just met us, because they just met us, right? And so, again, not trying to not control situations and control other people. But yeah, it talks about manipulation, and I feel like the lesson is to let go, trust life's process, identify any self worth issues that you have, and work on them. and allow spirit to help you out as well. Trust in your intuition, trust in your higher self. And I feel like with this rose quartz, which and the seraphinite or seraphinite, I don't know how to say it, but those talk about, so the rose quartz talks about, it's the love chakra, it's the heart chakra, and it talks about bringing in love, talks about opening your heart. And as you start to love yourself and let go of a poor self-image possibly that you have of yourself, you start to attract more love to you. If you don't have these crystals, if you don't have a rose quartz or you don't have this seraphinite, picture when you meditate, picture these in your mind when you're doing visualizations, or if you're walking or whatever you do to kind of ground you, picture these in your mind. If you don't have the crystal and you don't want to go get the crystal, just visualize it. Allow that the healing energy of the rose quartz and the seraphinite to wash away the negative feelings and the negative like energy out of your system. Realize the love that's around you, the people that are around you, your friends and family that do love you, your pets that love you, past ones that love you. There's people that love you, and appreciate that and recognize that, so that that fills in that void of feeling unloved and feeling frustrated and a little bit angry and down. The rose quartz also talks about unconditional love, and it does promise a relationship that will be coming in for you. So you're not going to be lonely for the rest of your life. I just feel like there's some love and some healing that needs to be done in order to attract a relationship that's going to be healthy. The Seraphinite talks about it's the heart and third eye chakra. So the chakras, the third eye chakra is the sixth chakra located in the center of the forehead between the eyebrows, and it represents your intuition, foresight, and is driven by openness and imagination. So if it's imbalanced, then that would contribute to a lack of direction and a lack of clarity. And the heart chakra is located, it's the fourth chakra located in the center of your chest. It represents love, self love, love for others, and governs your relationships. So, when in balance, it attributes to depression, difficulty in relationships, and getting on with people. Also, a lack of self discipline. So, I feel it's very interesting these two came out together because they both kind of talk about love and self love and the chakras and kind of what's going on here. I feel it's just like healing from things that didn't work out, healing from childhood wounds that contributed to a lack of self worth, and trust issues, getting over those trust issues. Not everyone is a liar, a cheater. Not everyone is like that. But the Seraphinite talks about being honest with yourself. So, honesty, being honest with what your issues are and what it is that you need to heal. Identify what it is that you want and you don't want in your life, and then make the necessary changes to drive what you want in and drive what you don't want out. Also be careful to make sure that you surround yourself with people that you do trust and heal these trust issues, because not everyone, like I said, not everyone's going to be a liar. And when people come in that aren't and who are true and want a relationship, I feel like you turn into the seven of wands. You push people away. You might be very defensive, maybe even a little bit argumentative when dealing with people. They may have a hard time dealing with you. You possibly don't see that, Libra, because there's something that you're not seeing. There's some type of denial or something that you're not seeing. Ask spirit for help. Trust in your intuition. Trust what you hear, feel, and see. The Seraphinite crystal aids in angelic communication. So I feel like with this five of wands, there's something about needing to identify the five of wands and the two of swords. Identify what it is in your life that's controlling you. What is it that's controlling you? What is causing you to act in certain ways that you act? And then it's time to identify those things and then put it into action to get those things out and change. Work on those things. Work on those fears. I do feel like you're working on that with the Knight of Pentacles. I do see like when it comes to work in general, like your work sector, career, that's going well. We have the Nine of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, so you're doing well financially, focusing on your work, focusing on your job. I also feel like with the Nine of Pentacles in the sixth position, you do focus on like you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your health. You do well financially. You can take care of yourself financially. Finances aren't an issue. So it looks like a lot of you are single. You look good, you're doing well. There's just like internal conflicts that you are having to deal with and work on. You may have a lot of Leo in your chart. The main energies that we see is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we have Leo. We have Cancer, Gemini, as well as Aries, Sagittarius. Those are the main energies that I'm seeing. But again, I feel like when it comes to relationships, you may not understand why or feel like, why does everyone else in a relationship and nothing ever works out for me? I just feel like there's just something, I feel like you push people away and you don't realize it. Um, and there's just something that you need to realize here and be honest with yourself and truthful with yourself about. Because in your fifth and seventh house, you have the Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. That's like your fifth house is like dating, fun. Seventh house is that of marriages, stuff like that. And they're both you both in both houses. Your eyes are closed in this particular spread. There's something that you're not letting go of. There's something that needs to be healed. You're holding on to some type of past pain or a pain. You're holding on to pain and holding on to some type of feeling of self-worth. Although you look good, I mean, it's just like an internal battle. Here with the Emperor in the position of the ninth house, basically, which is about learning, expansion, all those type of things, philosophy, soul searching. We have the Emperor, which is about control. So I feel like, again, learning to let go and surrender, let go of control issues, whatever those are about. Some of you may have a real with Cancer showing up, the Chariot showing up in the 10th position. You may have a lot of drive when it comes to your career, or there's a lot of drive too when it comes to status and again control, because the 10th house does have something, it's Capricorn energy, so that can be controlling energy as well. And with the Chariot there, this is definitely about taking the realms, taking the lead, controlling, but a lot of will power and determination. So that's good when it comes to like your career, and I see that that's doing really well. But you can't control others. I do feel like something positive comes in towards the end of the year here with the Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. You might meet somebody new, possibly a fire sign or a Gemini or any of the signs I mentioned before, or really anybody. But there is some type of something that good that comes in, like towards the end of the year. There's some kind of new beginning that's very inspiring, very you feel very passionate about. It might be with a Cancer. But there could also be a possibly traveling to see family and traveling to like heal your roots or deal with like family members like your mother or maybe even your father or something like that, and work on relationships. You may be wanting to do that or heal relationships or take some type of action when it comes towards family as well. I also can see you getting more active, like when it comes, if you've not been going out, I see you possibly going out more with friends, joining social circles, joining groups with like minded people. You might be making a decision here to let something go, or you could even be dealing with a Gemini. Maybe some of you have a Gemini on your mind, or you meet a Gemini or something like that. But if it's not an actual person, then it could be making a decision to tune in more to your spirituality and go and, focus on what we've just been talking about, like going in the direction that you want to go in when it comes to like getting tired of being in the five of earth, getting tired of being angry. Sometimes it just takes people getting sick and tired, like sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I just want a different energy. And you start to really pick up in momentum here and working on you, like working on your self worth. You may still be pushing people away, but sometimes, they may be people that need to be pushed away. But with the Seven of Wands, you may not be letting past people come back. I feel like, so like relationships that are done and over with, you're not letting those come back in. So that's not a bad thing. Let's see what's brewing for Libra. Let's see what's brewing for Libra, please. All right, that's way too many. What's brewing for Libra? What is going on with Libra in 2023? Bad choices. So there may have been some bad choices, and we have that with the Lovers. So there may have been some choices that you're not happy about that could be causing frustration or feeling left out in the cold or something like that right now. It's not going to be it's doesn't have to be a permanent energy. It's up to you. You just change your intention here with the Ace of Wands. I know that that's a lot easier said than done, but that's how you do it. That's how it gets done. It can be done. It takes time and it just takes focus. But if there were some bad decisions that were made, don't let that determine your whole life. It was done and you learned from it and you move on. What's going on in the relationship sector? What's brewing? Caution. Why do we? Yeah, and see, you're in the Seven of Wands. It's like very defensive. You're either fighting, you're standing your ground. You're not wanting. You're not opening up to people. Maybe some of you really just want to be single. You may just be in this issue of I don't trust. You're in this energy of I don't trust people. I need to heal, which is if you need to heal, which it looks like you do, then that's great. Do that. But if you're looking for a relationship, you don't want to stay in an energy of I don't trust and I don't want anyone to come around me because then you'll never find anyone. Why do we have caution here? Caution of what? Be careful of what? What does Libra need to be cautious of? So it says under spiritual attack, fighting off negative energies, fighting a spiritual warfare, needing to clear your energy. I feel like you're going to be spending a lot of time this year clearing your energy, or at least that's what I feel the cards are trying to say, Libra. With the Five of Wands showing up, I feel like there is just a lot of internal conflict. There's a lot of internal conflict within you, and it's causing. And it's not that other people aren't, you know, don't have their own internal conflicts. Everybody's coming with baggage. But you may be easily triggered because you have this internal conflict. So the slightest thing or the littlest thing, it's like ready to kind of like go off on someone or jump. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done here. And definitely go into meditations, protect yourself. Sage is used for protection. You can look up like protection spells or like the seraphonite and the rose quartz to heal yourself and surround your energy, surround your aura with love and bring that love energy from these quartz, from these crystals into your energy to clear out the negative energy. Because I just feel I just feel with this conflict here, there's internal conflict, strife. It could be making you physically sick as well. You may not see it. I feel like you don't see it. You have a lot of strength and you're using a lot of strength and it's going to take a lot of strength. I don't feel like you're actually being attacked by anything. I just feel like when we have a lot of internal negative energy and we're upset and we're angry and we're easily triggered and we're not healed, then it's very, very easy for the outside world and other people to come in and trigger us at the slightest thing if we're not emotionally okay, if we're not emotionally healed. And I don't mean you're not going to get to 0 point where you're just completely 100% healed, but at least starting on the process, you'll see a huge difference. Some of you may actually be going out in nature, walking. Maybe you travel for work. Do something that brings you joy, that brings you fun, that brings love back into your life, that makes you feel like a kid again. What is this Two of Swords about? So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which we have the Knight of Pentacles up here. Ignoring, I feel like possibly in denial or ignoring something when it comes to I feel like a lot of your healing may possibly come from childhood things, something maybe there's something that happened in your childhood or childhood values that you still hold, Libra, that just don't make sense anymore. They don't apply, old, outdated ways of thinking. Applying that in relationships that where those just type of ideals just don't, they don't really hold any value. This could be like I don't date people who are different from me. I don't date people outside my race. I don't date different cultures, like or something like that. Different religions. It's like these ideas are kind of outdated, and there's like a need to maybe like just think about opening yourself up to different types of people, places, and things. Get out there and travel and see the world. Meet different types of people. It opens you up and makes your world a whole lot bigger rather than just, what that could be an issue for someone, or maybe you were dealing with someone that was having that kind of a problem, someone like a Taurus type energy that's very traditional, holds very traditional, strict values. And that kind of like limits really who you can date. I mean, especially it depends on where you are, but that's definitely going to limit your dating opportunities and your dating pools if you don't want to open your eyes up to different people. I mean, it's a world full of almost 9 billion people on the planet, and we don't want to limit ourselves to a couple thousand. Why do we have the Eight of Swords? 10 of Wands. So this is like letting go of trust issues, letting go, dropping baggage, dropping old issues from the past, just letting go of the past. You may still be feeling, maybe some of you were married and you may still be wanting to work on a connection with someone that you were married to. And it's just dropping that and moving on and opening up your eyes and seeing other possibilities and what's out there in the world. And we have the Seven of Wands to clarify the Seven of Wands. So yeah, just a lot of I feel like you're very it's like you want a relationship but then you push people away or you're very defensive, you're not open. Maybe even a little argumentative. You just need to heal. Start the process of healing. Um Emperor plays in the Chariot. What's going on here? I don't really see I mean, if you're in a relationship, I don't really see, I mean, I see the possibility of something new towards the end of the year, But the choice is yours, and you may push people away. Some of you, maybe you just want to have fun, you just want to have a good time, and you're not really wanting anything long term. We have confusion and spring. So there is confusion like the first quarter, like Q1 here with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, with its eyes closed, can talk about like not seeing things, not ignoring or being in denial when it comes to something. And we see that in the spring in the first quarter, not working on a relationship. Maybe that someone was wanting to be in a relationship with you and there was conflict there because you are defensive and wanting to be single, maybe wanting to date around because you're not opening up to love, but you want love. It's like you want love, but then you don't want to open up. Some of you could meet a fire sign online. That's possible. We have epiphany, breakthrough. Yeah, I do feel like I do feel like you're going to eventually start to open up. There's some type of breakthrough here. Epiphany, breakthrough. And I do feel like you start to open up at some point and you start to meet new people and you start to maybe hang out with friends or get out of the house or not work as much and not bury yourself in work and actually start to have some more fun towards the end of the year. Maybe like towards mid-year, July, quarter three, July, August, September. There's something new. Tell us about this Ace of Wands. What's new here for what is this Ace of Wands for Libra? That's a lot of cards. I didn't really want all those cards. And so we have staying centered, aligning yourself with spirit. I feel like there's going to be something like I feel like there's a new sense of inspiration and passion when we get towards the end of the year. But I feel like with check yourself, and then we have copycat, and I'm not really sure what that's about. But with check yourself and staying centered with this Ace of Wands, I feel like as you start to get out of the house, as you start to work on yourself, this internal conflict, all that kinds of stuff, you're going to start to feel a lot better towards the end of towards the mid to end of the year. You start to feel a lot better. I don't feel like you're feeling horrible, but you just may wonder why relationships aren't working out or why you're not meeting someone or something like that. You may feel that way, and I feel like it's because there's a lot of manipulation on your part, and you also what is the word? I just said it. Like you push people away. You become very defensive and hard and like elusive and maybe even argumentative for some of you. But I do feel like as you work on that, this first half, like that energy kind of dissipates. You still are a little bit defensive here, but there is a possibility for someone new, but you might end up pushing them away as well. That might be a bad choice. That might be what this bad choice is talking about. Tell us about the Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, please, privileged lady. You might have a lot of suitors and a lot of people who are interested in you. So there might be a lot of competitors or people who are interested in you, but you may not really be that interested in making anything long term. Or it's the opposite, like you want something long term, but you might be meeting a bunch of duds, a bunch of players, a bunch of, wannabe bad guys or something like that. Tell us about this strength card, please. I feel like this has a lot to do great fortune with the Leo card, which is both number 8. I feel like there's a lot of good fortune that comes in once you start to align yourself, once you start to meditate, when you start to let go and release like the conflict or whatever anger it is that you're holding or need to control. Go within to see what it is that you're missing and that you're ignoring, or whatever you feel, whatever it is that you're denying. Because there's once you start to open up, and you start to heal this conflict, you have something really beautiful. There's great fortune there. Like there's something really good that starts to manifest here with this Eight of Wands. Advice for Libra, please. Awakening. So this is basically the Hanged Man, and this talks about seeing things from a different perspective, surrendering and letting go. So look at things from a different perspective. It's important to be yourself, a temporary standstill. So if things feel like they're going slow, you're not meeting someone or something like that, I feel like what this is saying is to heal yourself, use this energy to heal yourself, let go and surrender of things, of grudges, anger, and the need to have to control or feel like you need to control the outcome of situations or people, places, and things, and don't let people, places, and things control you. Okay, so go ahead and think of a question, and we're going to pull an answer card for Libra. What is the answer to Libra's question? What is the answer to Libra's question, please? Yep, we have big happy changes. All right, so that is what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for watching. You stay blessed. Have a fantastic 2023, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.